Same seats, same mates. Every other week, scarf up, heads high. Hear the cockerel speak. White and blue in my blood, in my name. Born and bred for the lane, for the lane. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane. Sing it louder, feel it running through your veins. THFC, till we die, that's the way. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane. Oh yeah! Hey, hey, old boys, young kids, all in one song. Heartbreak, hailstorms, still we march on. Under lights, under rain, it's the same. All in, all out, for the badge, for the name. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane. Sing it louder, feel it running through your veins. THFC, till we die, that's the way. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane.
Sorry, just getting my mic sorted. Good afternoon, and welcome to THFC Till We Die with this bit of a breaking news show. Yes, Tonali to Tottenham, deal done soon. We are so close to it. Here we go. And we're getting ahead of this now. We're getting ahead of Fabrizio. I'm now sort of calling it a here we go. Yes, we are. It's Spurs are closing in. Of course, the red development going across the bottom of the screen. So this is the latest I can give you on Tonali. Right, so the latest I've got is the price seems to be around 90 million-ish. So we're looking at probably 92, 93 million, maybe a little bit more, but around that price, expected to be done soon. There will be more developments. And now this is expected. Now, this is just my time frame, expected over the next 24 to 72 hours. I think it gets done sooner than that. I think we will get a here we go, either today or during the night to tomorrow. I think Tottenham will work on this very quickly. There is another oil in the ointment as well that was broken by Fabrizio as well. And that is that Newcastle sent an offer to Tottenham. Archie Gray was rejected by Spurs. Spurs have made their position clear following the approach, with no agreement reached between the clubs at this stage. Told any Newcastle United remain interested, while Spurs stands on change for now. And I hope they keep Archie Gray because I like Archie Gray. I really do. But it is the Tonali. So that's the latest from Fabrizio. This is the latest from the people I use. So that is the latest on that. Let's welcome a few people in. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Big up, Wayne. Hope you're doing well. Says, good afternoon, Dermot and chat. Hope you're well. Yes, I am. Big up to Manchester United, the greatest United channel. This channel is bigger than Mark Gobridge. Mark Gobridge goes home and cries to his mammy. These lads don't. They're men. They stand firm. They stand to their beliefs. And they... they stand to their beliefs and they don't go crying home to their mammies just because Tottenham bought a player. I mean, seriously. Big up, God, there's Mark Gobridge crying his eyes out, and Colin comes in. Colin comes in, standing there. It's like a caveman said, I am not going to be unturd. Oh, dear. I love it. I love it. Yeah. To watch some of your fans, Colin, it's hilarious yesterday, I must admit. And I know from you that United wouldn't pay the price. And look, was Fernandes overpriced? Yes, but look, you got to pay what's going. West Ham desperately need the money, so they're going to take the money they can get. If somebody offers you 85 million for a player, you're going to take it, aren't you? But I have to say, watching Mark Gobridge lose his shit over a player is just the funniest thing ever. And I go to you guys, oh, well, these things happen. Do you know, that is a proper Man United channel. So do get over to the United Agenda, run by decent lads and decent fans as well. They're not into crying like Goldbridge. They're not. Big up, Colin. Hope you're doing well. Please take that as a compliment, by the way. Oh, I do love it. Big up the Wilt McDonald. Good afternoon, Dermot. If this is the shatter, I don't see next season as the beginning of something big at the club. Look, I think Philip Brady said to me at the end, and I know I listened to you guys because you guys have seen the experience. I haven't. I've only supported Tottenham 45 years now this season. You lot have seen Bill Nick's side. You've seen the double side. You've seen the Bill Nick years. You've seen Jimmy Greaves play, Martin Shivers, Martin Peters, players like that of great, Pat Jennings, Blanche Flower. I only know like Hoddle and Waddle and Galvin and Ozzy Ardiles and players like this. You've seen the legends, the real legends play for the club. So I listen to you guys. When you say something, I listen to it. And so big up to your work. I hope you do well. What's the weather like in Miami? Let me know. And what you think of the World Cup so far? Let me know what you think. Great win for Mexico last night as well. So England could be playing Mexico in the Azteca. The last time they played there, well, a little no Argentinian sort of beat them 2-0. Big up, John. Hope you do well. Big up, Dermot. So, yeah, it is nearly done. Dermo, I must remain calm. Fernandez and Tonali, Danica, I know you're going to end up needing tissues by the end of the week. Carl, I think. Yeah, Super Carlos. There we go. And he's been a member for 16 months. Carl, I want to appreciate your loyalty to the channel and your optimism and keeping me going in the darkest hours. You and Colin and people and Jess and Stacey and people like that. In my darkest hour, you guys were there. So big up to you all. Look, I mentioned the Man United agenda, right? I mentioned he's better than Mark Goldbridge, and suddenly he appears. Did you like that compliment, comparing you to Mark Goldbridge?
It was nice, thank you, yeah.
I just couldn't see you and Mr. B doing the Goldbridge yesterday. I just see you guys just shrugging your shoulders, go, do you know what? Shit happens and we'll move on.
Well, kind of. I did a show earlier on the agenda. I had a rant. I'm not going to lie.
Did you? Was it Mark Goldbridge style rant?
It was more towards the fact that they need to pull the fingers out, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here for two things and two things only. One, to obviously talk about your transfer deals that are going off because they're smashing transfer deals.
I'll be back in a minute, but he's going to tell us now somebody's nicked Lewis's credit card.
Somebody might have nicked his credit card. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Right, I am coming. Sorry.
That's what I'm here for, Carl. I'm here just to calm him down, mate. I'm here to calm him down.
No, I did like. What's this about Archie Gray? I don't want them to sell Archie Gray, if I'm being honest. Could Newcastle use him as part of the deal for Tonali?
They could. I don't see it happening. If Archie Gray is going to go, then it's going to be a significant bid of money. I don't see Archie Gray leaving as a swap deal.
No, I don't want to sell him. If I'm being honest, I think that kid's got talent. And look, I will stand by and stand up for Archie Gray to the end of my days because I think he's done more in our Spurs midfield than a lot of the older players did last season. Him and Bergville. And I just don't get the hate. You look at United, right? You bring young players through, Colin. You don't hate on them. You love them. You cherish them. You look after them. Even when you bring a young player in. What is it with fans that can never find a positive when things start going well? Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
You don't have it. I don't see that at United. I don't see it at Leeds. I don't see it at any other club. But our fan base has this way of something great happens, but let's be negative about it. Is it just football in general, or is it because of what we've been through over the last couple of years, do you think?
No,
From an outsider looking in.
Yeah, I think it's what you've been through. I don't see it as a footballer thing. I think because you've been starved for so long, you're wanting to see, the top level players coming in and starting and not relying on the youth, which I get, 100% get, but sometimes you need to bring the youth and you need to develop them as well. So it's just a thing. I think if you have a good season next season, which by the looks of things, you're going to have a very good season. You know, bringing youth in, I think you'll see a progression there with the fans.
Right. What is the latest you have on Tonali? Now, we know it's a 90 million-ish deal. Are you looking around 95 million plus add-ons? Is that what you're hearing?
So I haven't been given a specific figure. I've been told it's anywhere between 90 and 95. 90 seems to be the point where both parties are negotiating and talking. It's apparently not going to be very long now at all. Whether or not it comes today or over the next couple of days. But from what I'm being told, positive talks have happened. Tonali's ready, signed all of the stuff he needs to do. He's prepared and ready to move down to London to Spurs and progress with Spurs next season. And again, it's literally just agreeing whether it's 90, 92 or 95 million.
Yeah. Where are you on our midfield now? We're bringing who's going then? Do you think then, Colin? Who's going to make way for this? Would it be a Bentancur? I say Papa Sarr will be on the way out. I think I heard somewhere Papa Sarr could be going to Brentford. I think. Would you see a Bentancur leaving as well?
Possibly. Yeah. I'm just trying to find my notes. So bear with me 2 seconds, and I'll be able to give you a bit more of a.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go through the chat while you're doing that. Big up to Wayne. He says, give Newcastle the money and throw in 10 and 15% sell-on clause. That's a good shout. And big up to Carl. Deal be agreed. I offered them Dermo on the season-long loan. And they accepted. They're more desperate than I thought. Hasn't Basuma already made way? Yeah, Basuma has left today. And of his contract. I'm more thinking of the players that probably won't get into the team, like a Papa Sarr, like a Bergville, like a Bentancur. What about Perlunia, Colin? Is that deal dead in the water?
There is nothing about Polinia at the moment. I don't think Polinia is going to happen as things stand. Obviously, Spurs have turned their attention, and if they do manage to get Tonali in, then Polinia becomes obsolete, is not needed. Bentancur has recently signed a new contract, so he's expected to be a part of De Zerbi's plans. Sarr expects to be a squad player. Whether or not Sarr will accept that is different. Archie Gray, obviously, we know that Newcastle have come in and it's been rejected. De Zerbi really likes Gray and doesn't want him to leave. Gallagher is expected to be staying. So it kind of leaves Bergvall.
No, well, Bergvall, we were told, is staying. Could he go to Newcastle on the season-long line? As Carl is saying here, we could send Bergvall on loan to Newcastle. Could they do that?
They could, 100% they could. But I know Bergvall has suitors looking at him for a permanent move. So whether or not Spurs are willing to make that happen will have to be seen.
Then also we do have news coming in that Nottingham Forest, I think, Fabrizio has just done, I think, in the last 10, 15 minutes, that Forest could be partnering way with their manager. We know Forest were interested in Bergvall. Would that then interest go away if the manager does get replaced?
Yes, because the interest from Bergvall was from the Nottingham Forest manager. It wasn't from the club itself. But there are other teams looking at Bergvall. Some in the Premier League and obviously some overseas. So that interest may drop and probably will drop, but there'll still be a lot more.
And then, of course, we've got Vicario, who is leaving Tottenham, so it's said by Fabrizio. And I must admit, we did break that first months and months ago. I think back at the death end of last season, we said Vicario would leave. He could be going to Italy. We've got Kingsley coming in at number one with the new signing as his backup. Do you see that as me, Colin, that they both fight for number one? There won't be a clear one or two position at Spurs goalkeepers. I think they're both going to be fighting for the number one spot. As a former goalkeeper yourself, right? How on his redemption arc, how pleased are you for him personally as a goalkeeper, as part of the goalkeeper union, to see the redemption he's made? And also, he did give up on a World Cup dream. Did he have his surgery and get fit for next season? That tells me all you need to know about the man, doesn't it? And about his focus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy for the guy. I remember obviously when it happened to him, and I think I was in the chat, and
You were.
I was disgusted by it, absolutely disgusted by it, saying, you know, he's possibly ruined his career for doing that, because there's just no need. You don't do that. So to see him come back would, you know, that takes a really strong mindset to be able to just come back from something like that, because he could have let his head drop and he could have been gone, and then we might not have ever heard about him again. But he's gone. No, I'm gonna prove you wrong. What you've done to me, I'm gonna prove that I didn't deserve that. And he's progressed ever since. And yeah, massive credit to him. Massive credit.
Yeah. We got these from the Football Takeover last night. So if we can go through them, Colin, and then you can give your yay or nays. Now, these are apparently doing, so this is actually from Bobby and the guys over the Football Takeover. I got them from Mally. I will put the description in below, as well as the Man United Agenda description in below. I know Jess's channel is in below as well, so I will put the other channels in there where we get our info from and give them credit for it. But he's saying Savinho, Malmash, Rashford, Fernandes, we know is happening, and Smith. Let's start with Savinho. There's a lot of rumors going around that could be a here we go in the next couple of weeks. Or Malmash. Which one do you think Spurs may go for, and what's the latest you're hearing on them two at the moment?
Yeah, so Savinho, obviously talks are remaining active, and you've been tracking him for a while. De Zerbi really likes him, wants another explosive winger, which Savinho is. He is that kind of player. £60 million is what we're hearing is the price tag on him. And City are a lot more comfortable with selling him this window than they were the last time. So I'd say there's probably about an 85% that's going to get done. Whether or not it's anytime soon is a different story. There's like 2 months left of the window, so it's kind of just waiting. In regards to Mamouche, yes, the interest is genuine. De Zerbi likes Mamouche as well. He likes his versatility, the fact he can play as a striker, a winger, and a second forward. If they decide to make an approach, because what hasn't happened yet, they would want a fair deal. But it's still early stages at the moment compared to Tonali, for instance. So yeah, that's one to watch out for later on. Rashford, I don't see happening at all.
No, I can see him probably moving to Spain. I think that's his likely scenario.
As things stand at the moment, he has patched things up and welcomed the return back to Old Trafford to go and play for Manchester United next season. Whether that's a good thing or not is a different story. I think the tide are done and he should probably move on. But the thing stopping Spurs from going near Rashford at the moment would be the financial package required. Rashford is on a lot of money. And if you're spending a lot of money on Fernandes and Tonali, your financial package that you're going to be able to offer Rashford isn't going to be what he's getting at United.
Okay. On the outgoings, and then Schmidt from AZ Alkmaar. There's rumors going around about Vadovic that we've offered him a contract. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if you have. But on that, Spurs are looking for a striker. Where's your radar pointing to? If you're looking at a striker for Spurs,
I think it's interesting because I think De Zerbi and the board are kind of at loggerheads with this particular position, because the board think it's a good idea to go get a Premier League proven striker, and De Zerbi isn't so worried about that. De Zerbi thinks obviously he can go get any striker and make it work. In regards to Schmidt, you are one of 7 clubs monitoring him at the moment. Your scouts have been there several times. De Zerbi likes the fact that he's technically gifted in the midfield as well. The obstacles are Real Madrid and Barcelona are also linked with this player. Manchester United were linked, but they seem to be. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. But 25, 30 million probably gets that deal done. Vlahovic, again, you're looking at him, monitoring him at the moment. Nothing really of any serious update. He is a free agent, but again, the financial package could become the stalling block for him. He will demand a significant wage and signing on bonus because he is free. So again, it's one you're going to have to wait and see and find out, but there's no real progress on Vlahovic at all.
No, so that's one we just have to wait and look. Do you know what, Colin? This Premier League transfer window is very quiet. It's only Tottenham that are doing business at the moment. Newcastle was summoned by UEFA yesterday. We know they were fined and they've agreed, out of court settlement. Villa are the same. They were, 35 million they were done with yesterday. A lot of these clubs have to sell before they can buy. We know, I was hearing yesterday again from Ali from the Football Takeover saying that Bruno could be going to Arsenal. United, I'm really surprised they're not spending at the moment. What is the problem at Old Trafford? Because if you look at over the years, it's always been Tottenham doing what Man United are doing. And, you've been the big spenders and we're doing what you're doing. What's happening at Old Trafford? Have you not just got the money, or is the money there, but Carrick is very choosy who he's picking at the moment? Is there
Carrick's got no say. Carrick's got no say at all. Carrick is a coach. He is not a manager, and that has been told to him by the board. The issue with our transfers and everything at the moment is we will look at a player like Fernandes, for instance, and we will value him at £60 million, and that is what we will value him at. But then when somebody comes across and goes, no, he's valued at 85 because that is the current value of him. If Elliot Anderson's 116 million, then obviously everybody's price is going to go up. And Manchester United are refusing to pay that kind of money because they do not believe the player is valued at that price. So they walk away, which is exactly what happened with Fernandes. Man United went in with a bid of 60 million. West Ham came and said, no, he's worth 85, but I'll open it up to a bidding war. Whoever puts in the more money, fine. Man United returned again and said, well, 60 million is our top ceiling. Spurs have come in, offered, plus 10 million in add-ons. And then Spurs came in and gone, we'll offer you what you want. And there you go. Because everyone is going around saying about obviously how you've beat us to the transfer. Well, we walked away. And the other thing, go watch my video on the agenda. It explains it quite a bit, but we're going for players that want to come to Manchester United and nobody else, apparently. And that's another reason why we walked away, even though Fernandez's preference was Manchester United because of the Champions League football. Spurs just did the work that needed to be done.
Yeah, and that's your biggest carrot, isn't it? Champions League football. You can offer him Europe, well, we can't. But if you're looking at, right, we're not going to go after that player, then aren't you shortchanging the manager then?
Yeah.
Isn't that you're shortchanging Carrick? You're not giving Carrick the tools to do the job. So where does that leave you in the fan base and leave you as a club that want Enoch out, want the Glazers out, don't like what Jim Ratcliffe's doing? Where does that leave you then in your sort of pursuit of getting what you want back? And just to add to that, Colin, with the move as well, with the transfer, is the stadium, is that the tipping point for you, for a lot of you Man United fans, that's the straw that spread the camel's back?
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. I mean, obviously, I've been against the regime for a very, very long time. When I first came onto this channel, however many years ago, I was already on that regime. But a lot of fans, a lot of Man United fans at the minute are, I don't really want to insult them, but I'm going to, because it's the best way I can describe them, being complete and utter morons, because they are going onto shows and clapping the fact that we walked away from Fernandez and we're walking away from other things, which is stupid.
Don't hold back.
No,
don't hold back, lad.
I'm not. But it is moronic. And they need to go outside, breathe some fresh air, and reignite their brain cells, because Manchester United's midfield next season is Mainu and Edison. That is it.
Oh, you're going to struggle.
We are where you were last season, and you are what we were doing last season. You've now gone out and signed these players, and Tonali is going to be another one coming in. You're backing your manager. So you'll do well. You've got one game a week, obviously, until FA Cup and Carabao and whatever. Just like what we did last season, and we progressed. We're now struggling to get players in, and you guys had Champions League and everything last season. So our roles have now reversed.
This is Josh. Josh is also a Man United fan. He says, I can back you. Most of my fans are idiots. So he's agreeing with you.
100%, Josh. 100.
Didn't know two of you could start a new football club together. The new Man United.
Yeah, you got to do an IQ test before you become a fan.
Do you? All right. I won't pass that then. I failed that straight off. I've got an IQ -1. I'm going to say big up to John as well. Big up, John, coming in. He says, Dermo, how are you doing? I'm doing all right, buddy. Your comments yesterday on negative Spurs fans were spot on. Well done. Thank you. I just call it how I see it. Bud. But thank you so much. Very kind of you. And Ryan says, big up, Rhino, bagpipes. And I love being called bagpipes. Colin, you can have Enoch. I don't think they want them either.
It can't be worse than Glazers.
Oh, well, you can have Daniel Levy. He's floating around at the moment doing bugger all. You imagine if Daniel Levy rocked up to Old Trafford like.
Yeah, I don't think it'd last very long.
No, you become an entertainment centre. I will admit that. Do you know?
We're already an entertainment centre. What are you on about? We've got a waterfall.
I know. That's why I'm so upset you're moving stadiums. That you're going to lose. Is that coming to the new stadium, the waterfall?
No, we're becoming a circus tent, aren't we? That's the new stadium. It's a circus tent.
What is your views on the move? By the way, just out of look, we know it from our point of view, leaving White Hart Lane and building the stadium on top of White Hart Lane. But when I go now, it doesn't feel home, and it's taken me a long time to adjust to it. How long will it take United fans to adjust to the new stadium? I don't think they will.
No, I don't think they will. But I don't think, like, for the people that go every week, it's going to take a long time. But United have a lot of tourists. Yeah, they have a lot of tourists in regards to going to the stadium and stuff. So some of them won't have ever been. So they won't be bothered at all. I'm not for demolishing the stadium. I just can't see why we can't fix it and redevelop it, because it's the Theatre of Dreams. It's Old Trafford, you know. It's the only stadium I've ever known. And it's the only stadium I think Man United have been in since my granddad was born, kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's movies out there where I've seen us playing at Old Trafford. Bobby Charlton as a kid, when he first arrived and all that kind of stuff. And the fact that moving the whole location, we're not even building on top of where the stadium is. We're completely moving location as well. And the location they've picked is shocking.
Can you not stop it as fans? Can you not stop it? Or is it?
No, it's government backed. It's government backed. It's part of a redevelopment project. So
you've got a new prime minister coming. Maybe you can lobby him.
I doubt it very much.
Well, he was your mayor. So, maybe just lobby him. Remind him where he come from.
Wow.
So, oi, mate, you're our mayor. Back us.
He's probably got his brown envelope already.
Yeah. Or we released the tape of you running around in the Man City shirt around Manchester singing Sky High Blue Moon. Big up to Right says, don't forget the rats as well. I don't think there's any rats at Old Trafford apart
There's a
from
couple.
Horde.
There is a couple of rats there. Yeah.
Called the Glazers.
No, there's actual rats as well. There is actual rats as well.
Do they run around in little Man United shirts?
One of them does. I won't say which one.
Big up. I'll let you answer this one. Big up to Kevin Donovan. He says, Manchester United fan. This is Man United fan. This is an embarrassment losing against Tottenham from Marcus.
We didn't lose against Tottenham. This is what I don't get. I don't understand where this narrative's coming from. We didn't lose against Tottenham because we walked away. Yes, you put the money in, you got him. Congratulations, but there was never a battle between Spurs and United. Spurs were willing to pay the money. Man United weren't. So there was never a battle. And I think I said this in a chat that we were going to walk away from Fernandes on one of your shows.
You did. It is. Yeah, I know he's an Everton fan, but he was mayor of Manchester, so I was just trying to...
good. Knock down Anfield.
Yeah, that's it. Conor, I can help you with the rat problem with my 3 cats if you want. There you go.
Yeah.
There's an offer.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Get them down to Old Trafford. Speak to Radcliffe. He'll pay you.
Yeah. He might not pay you straight away. He may pay you in installments, like £1 a week. Right. Okay, and then Josh comes in. He says, fully agree. We didn't miss out on him because we walked away from the deal. These articles are doing my head in. There you go. There's 2 of you. Maybe Josh, you invite Josh onto the United agenda.
Yeah, you'll have to come on.
Big up, Joshy. Big up, Josh. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Big up, Mr. Brady, the godfather of all Spurs channels. Well, this one anyway. Yeah, me and Philip do bow to him sometimes. Me and Colin do bow to him. So he makes us bow to him. He says, so you must bow. Big up, Philip. I'm going to get a horse's head in a while and another one. I've got a shed full of them. Hard to understand the logic in some Spurs fans thinking, I don't know where this is going. Big up, Philip. Spend years complaining we don't spend enough on players, and then we do complain about that. It's a fair point, though, isn't it? It's a fair point that we spend years complaining that the ownership don't back managers, and when we do back a manager, we complain about that. It's just, I don't.
You complain about the price, but this is one thing I'll say to all football fans, not just United fans, not just Spurs fans, all football fans, because I know we get a lot of different groups in here. You have to pay what the market is dictating. You have no control. So even if me and Dermo owned a football club, we can't control how much the market's volatile. Like I said, as soon as Anderson had gone for 116 million, where's the equivalent? Where's the 60 million equivalent of Anderson? There isn't one. So that's why the price goes up. Who's the equivalent of Fernandes for 85? For 50? There isn't one. So you have to pay that price. Unfortunately, it's just the way it works.
Anderson's not 116 million worth of a player, to be honest with you, Colin. He really isn't. I said it yesterday, it's the football market gone mad. And this started, didn't it, a long time ago, about 5 years ago, I think, when Haaland was brought into the Premier League and Man City started paying bigger money, throwing money at players. And that's where it got. Agents want bigger cuts out of transfers. We know that's why some of these. You got Man City and the likes of, Man City, the ones that started this. Newcastle can't even spend the money they want to spend. And they're being done by FFP. Did Daniel Lee, look, in his criticism, right? And I really want to ask you this. In his criticism, and I think he deserved all the criticism he got. But the one thing we can thank him for, he's left us in a far better financial position than, no disrespect, like United or Newcastle or other teams. Did he foresee what was happening, what was coming down the road? And he said, do you know what? We're not going to be like a United. We're not going to be like a City where we can spend it, but we're not going to. But hasn't that been to the detriment of us as a football club? We haven't been that successful.
Yes and no. I don't think he knew the market was going to explode as much as what it has at all. But at the same time, what he's done is because if we look at it like, as a world global thing, because Man United, let's say Man United we pull in loads of money, from sales, shirt sales, all this kind of stuff, because our global fan base is massive. Spurs' fan base is big, but it's not quite as big. So you had to generate other revenue elsewhere. And Daniel Levy was so smart for doing what he did. He's made you financially a juggernaut in the Premier League. Financially. You guys can spend, how many teams in the Premier League do you know that this window can go and spend 400 million and be fine FFP wise? There's probably about 2, 3 at most.
Well, you look at the top 6. So let's go through them. Man City, probably not. But Man City can spend what they want anyway. What's 400 million? Your man drops that going down to the pub every Saturday night, probably just good enough for a few drinks. Yeah. You look at Arsenal, they're probably close to FFP and probably can't do the business they probably want to do.
Arsenal probably could. You got to think they got to final at Champions League, which is probably a £250 million bonus, plus they won the Premier League. Yeah, and they're doing sales. Yeah, then they're doing sales on top, so they probably can.
Liverpool.
I don't think Liverpool can. I think Liverpool, pardon my vulgarness, but spunked all their money on Isak last year. Because if you remember, they didn't buy anybody for a little bit.
No, that's true.
And then they've gone out on a big splurge when they bought Wirtz, Isak, all these kind of players. So I think they can't.
Chelsea would just spend anyway.
Yeah, Chelsea will just spend, but they're gonna struggle.
Yeah. And then the biggest elephant in the room really is these charges against Man City. Do you think, right, this is my own opinion, I think they're going to get a transfer ban. So I think this is why I think they're doing what they're doing now. But having the Premier League missed the trick by not doing it already, because we've got the fixtures already come out. So we know full well they're not going to get demoted into the Championship. So that's out the window. We know they may get a points deduction, and we know they may get a transfer ban. Do you think the Premier League missed a trick by not doing this sooner? Because I think they have. I think they've missed the trick by not punishing them now, or have City tied them up in so many legal knots they can't come out with anything.
Yeah. City's lawyers are very good at tying stuff in and around. They've made it very, very difficult. Very difficult. But yeah, of course, they've missed a trick. The law states you can only do so much, and they've benefited from what they've done over and over and over again. During that period, they've won league titles, FA Cups, Champions Leagues. They've done all this kind of stuff, and they deserve to be punished. It shouldn't have took this long at all. If this was like, for instance, let's say this is little old Doncaster Rovers in League One, it would have been dealt with
a long time ago.
Yeah. We Sheffield Wednesday, it was their owner weren't paying, and they got put into administration very quickly. I think it were in the space of a month or two. But because Man City have got all this financial backing and everything, then they've managed to get away with it so long. But if they don't get punished, I guarantee that's when football is going to implode on itself, because everybody's just going to start throwing money everywhere. And it doesn't matter if you break FFP, because if Man City can do it, everybody can.
And that's where, and also the soon will start as well. The clubs are going to start suing Man City. Well, look, Man United probably sued them because they would have won a couple of league championships, probably under that time period. Liverpool will, Tottenham will, because we could have won a League Cup when they won 4 in a row. No, it's only a League Cup, but it's a trophy. We'll take all what we can get. And even the clubs like Leeds, the clubs that got relegated when Man City won the league, they're going to sue them as well because of loss of Premier League income. And I think the Premier, I remember when Italian football went down the tubes. This is happening to the Premier League. This is exactly what's happening to the Premier League. We're going down this route of Italian football where corruption is rife within the game. And you even just got to look at the World Cup. I mean, that's now been turned into a 4-quarter sport. How long before UEFA start bringing that in?
Well, no, I don't think they can. I don't think they can. The reason why they're doing it over there is because we don't see it over here, but obviously they run ad breaks during those, and companies have paid a lot of money to do that. There's a guy who I watch on YouTube who is currently going to some of those World Cup games, and obviously he's got sponsors and stuff which help him get there and stuff like that. He went to see, I can't remember who it was. I think it was like Georgia versus Ghana. I don't know who it was. But 2 really low teams, and he paid for a hospitality package. And for that game, it cost him £5,000.
Fucking hell. 5 grand.
Yeah, and the VIP tickets for that game were 100,000.
Jesus. Somebody sold their house. Some England fans sold his house to fund his trip to go and watch England in the World Cup.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, mate. Honestly,
God help him if to lose to Congo today. God help.
Well, if we don't lose to Congo, we're losing to Brazil at next round, so it doesn't really matter.
I tell you one thing: I think France are the team to beat. To be fair, Colin.
Yeah.
I thought they were outstanding last night. The way, and even Derbil said to me, "That's how you play football. It's just pure attacking football. There's no backways or sideways. It's pass and move, pass and move. It's push and run, but a new way of doing it." This one from you, Colin. Manchester United need to sign this player. Would you agree or disagree?
Tchouaméni. I like Tchouaméni, Real Madrid midfielder. Yep, fantastic. I'd love to sign him. But if he's part of the French squad, that's at the World Cup. So we're not going to be doing anything until he's come back from the World Cup. And I think the price at the moment is around 78, 80 million. If he goes on and wins this World Cup, it's then 100 million. And we're not going to pay that at all.
No. And is it that you won't pay it, or you? I don't mean to be rude here to you. Is it you won't pay it or you can't pay it?
Won't. It simply won't.
Right.
Because
I wasn't trying to be rude with that.
I get it. The way our board is working at the moment is we will not overpay. Yeah. We will not overpay for anybody. So if we value him at, let's say, 80 million, like we valued Fernandes at 60, and they're demanding more, we won't move from our price.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's the way it's working.
Just a little update, if you can, Colin. We will get back to Tottenham news in a minute. I promised this I would ask next time I speak to you. Any on Leeds, for a few Leeds friends of mine, what's happening with them transfer-wise?
So, Leeds updates. Let's see if I've got any. Bear with me 1 second, because I've got different files and folders for things.
Yeah. While you're looking for that, big up to Gary. Says Newcastle won Archie, so player plus cash may make Tonali happen. Think Newcastle would accept 80 million plus Gray. That would be a good deal for both. I don't want Archie Gray to go personally, but look, I think if we sell Archie Gray, I think we're being foolish, if I'm being honest. I think Spurs can pay the money, and it's going to be around 90 million-ish, between 90 and 95 million. And then with that, I think a few add-ons on top of that. So that will be done. Big Up said, these charges have been decided by Ray Charles. It's taken so long because he can't see the documentation. Carl, behave. It is true, though. It is true.
Yeah.
Suzuki signed for Leeds. Yeah, he did sign for Leeds.
Suzuki. Yeah.
Suzuki. Good signing for them. If you found your file or...
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Harry Wilson, obviously that's going to get done. Great pickup for Leeds, Harry Wilson. I think that's going to be very, very pivotal for their season. Julian Brandt as well, obviously pushing for him. He's on a free transfer. Negotiations are continuing, but the German will probably move to Leeds. They're looking at the Southampton midfielder, Shea Charles. But Southampton are making it quite difficult at the moment with the valuation gap between what Leeds think and what they want. Diego Letty is a new centre-back that Leeds are looking at. He's the leading defensive target for Leeds. So that's another one. Sporting defender as well, Osume Diomande. It's going to take a club record fee for him to be brought in.
Right.
And then Amaro Dubrier, he's Hull City. He's battling Hull City. Leeds is a Brighton winger who was on loan last season. So there's some ones to watch out for. The closest one is definitely going to be, it's probably going to be Wilson, then Brandt, I reckon.
Yeah. There's some saying that Luca's gone. Luca is gone.
Let me check my
apparently.
messages.
I
My
can't
phone's on
see
silent
anything.
because I came on.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything. Let's have a look, see what Fab is saying. Is Fabby saying anything? I can't believe they're getting rid of I can't believe Forest getting rid of their manager. That's on.
Yeah, he's posted it. Yep, here we go.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone, yeah.
Yeah, there 1 minute ago, Brighton have agreed the deal to sign Luca from 46 million fixed fee plus sell-on clause to bring the potential package over 50 million. Massive signing for Brighton after personal terms also agreed. Spurs ready to go all in for Sandro Tonali now. Wow.
Yeah, that'll
Wow.
be Tonali coming in now, 100%.
Yeah. So we may get, here we go now in the next
90 million
couple
bid.
of hours. Yeah.
Let me just check that that's right, because I've just been told by somebody £90 million bid has just gone in for Tonali.
It's what we said as well, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what? I've always said it, didn't I? On this one, the guys know in this chat how I feel about Luca going. He's an 18-year-old that demanding first in football. And he was saying, he was starting to make a few demands. I think at 18-year-old, he shouldn't be, because I don't think he's going to get ahead of a Mickey van der Ven. He's not going to get ahead of a Sesse or the other players that we've brought in. I think this is a good move for him, actually, and we get a sell-on clause as well. So say he leaves Brighton for, say, over 100 million. We get a good chunk out of that 100 million. So yeah. I think it's a good move all around, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a fantastic move.
Yeah. It gets,
and I can confirm it. £90 million bid from Spurs for Tonali has gone in.
Right. So when are we likely to hear the outcome of that?
Next couple of days, I reckon.
Yeah.
It could be today. It depends on how quick it's going to be.
And that is the thing, isn't it? With Luca, he isn't proven, is he? He's had one good year in the Bundesliga, and no disrespect to the Bundesliga column. Anyone can look good in the Bundesliga. I'm sorry. It's a league where one team wins every year. It's not the most competitive league in the world. It's not like he had one season in the Premier League and he's outshone everyone. Yeah, I can understand him saying, right, I want to play Premier League football. But it's the Bundesliga. Again, it's player power, isn't it? It's agents talking into his ear. Agents, for me, are the pain of football. Do you think agents, and we know this ourselves, Colin, it's agents that put this fake news out in the media as well, isn't it? And they give the news to Fabrizio or Ben Jacobs or Alex Crooks and all this. It is agents that really stir the pot, don't they?
Yeah. There's two different types of reporters out there. There's obviously your normal, well, there's more than two to be fair, but there's your Sunday morning papers, which will take all the stories from the week and kind of twist them into their own little narrative. You've got agent reporters which will push this kind of narrative out there, like we're seeing with Bergvall and other players, wanting game time, saying they'll happily leave if they don't get game time and all this kind of stuff. And I think that's what's happened with what is his name now? Is it Vuskovic, his name?
Vukcevic. Yeah, I can never say his son. That's why I call him Luca.
That's that one.
For me.
And then there's client journalists which get information from the club and told what they can and can't put out from that information. But this definitely smells like his agent's in his ear, and he's kind of gone, I kind of agree. And then his agent's gone to a Fabrizio or whoever he's gone to and gone, here, put this out.
No, I agree. Where are you now, very quickly on the outgoings, because I do have a watch line to get ready for. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I am. I may go and join another channel to watch it, to be fair. But anyway, we know Tell could be staying. We know Tell will be. I think Tell will stay, so I'll put that to one side. Bergvall is said he will stay, but if the right money comes in, well, am I right in that he could move for the right price?
Yeah, I think if the right price comes in and Spurs are happy to sell Bergvall, then yes, I think Bergvall could leave. One that I can confidently say won't be there next season is Divine. Alfie Divine won't be there next season. I don't think Spurs' intention is to loan him out. I think it is to sell this time.
Yeah, I agree. Just very quickly on Bergvall and Luca, the approach from from players is totally different, isn't it? You had Luca putting all the news out. I'm going to put in the transfer request, liking the page about him being linked to Brighton, doing all this sort of malarkey behind the scenes. You had Bergvall coming out. He done it the right way, hasn't he? Should more players follow the Bergvall route for how he's done it?
They should. But what we're seeing is, and this isn't just to Spurs, this is a lot of players nowadays. They're not scared to be outspoken now. Whereas back in our day, nobody would say anything. With social media, people can put out whatever they want. We saw the whole thing with Garnacho at Man United, him wearing the Rashford Villa shirt. And posting all this kind of stuff. So I think players don't realise there is consequences because let's say, he's put out all this stuff, Vuskovic has put out all this stuff, and then he ends up not going anywhere. He has every Spurs fan on his back.
I mean, Philip does put it here, Colin. I'm sorry Luca is gone, but to get 50 million for an untried in the Prem 19-year-old shows whoever is calling the shots at Spurs knows what they're doing. It is a big change for what we were used to now. I don't think Lang is doing anything with the transfers. I think it's Vinay and this new person in church. It is it's a whole new brave world now, isn't it, at Tottenham at the moment?
It is. But I mean, the thing is as well, like, I get it, but Brighton don't buy rubbish players.
No, they go by data, don't they?
Yes, they go by data. So obviously there's something there. I'm not sure what, but there's something there. You never know, in 5 years' time, he may become, an 85 million pound player. But it's good for him because I don't think he was ever going to get that opportunity at Spurs.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think it's what. That is the latest, guys. Luca has gone. He's out the door. We know Tonali could be in the door anytime now, basically. A 90 million bid has gone in. We can confirm that. And we should hear by the next 24 to 72 hours what is happening. We will get a here we go from Fabrizio or whatever. If we get the news first, we will break it first before Fabrizio, which we have done in the past. Just one quick question as well, Colin, and then we're going to end off there. Romero. Now, there is talk Romero. We had all the thing Romero at the end of last season. And and it split the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
We know Atletico Madrid for him last summer. He signed a new contract, but we know Spurs have bought more centre backs in. He's now come out and said, I want to come back to Tottenham and fight for my place. What are you hearing on Romero at the moment? Is he an out? Is he an in? Or is he a right price? We'll let him go.
So, from what I've been seeing and the people I've spoken to, Tottenham are fully open into selling Romero this summer if the right offer arrives. Obviously, Atletico Madrid are the club that are the most interested. They have been for a long time. They've been wanting for a long time, but there's no agreement between any clubs. Spurs are believed to be planning for life after Romero, hence why Senesi and Paul Van Heck have come in, because they're fully prepared to let Romero go. It's definitely one to watch this summer. There's no guarantee he will leave, but again, there's no guarantee he's going to stay.
So it's a wait and see then.
100% at the minute. Wait and see at the moment. There's literally nothing more that I could give you from what I've been told. It is literally a case of if he wants to go and the offer comes in, then that's fine. He can go.
Yeah. Well, Kevin is watching Mark Goldbridge. He's getting angry.
Oh, well, Mark Goldbridge is a tit anyway.
Yes, if you want to see proper Manchester United fans properly, do get over to the Manchester United agenda, where normal United fans talk normal United stuff. That's all I'm going to say. So put your link in the chat there, Colin, so people can get over to you and hear normal, not hearing somebody cry on the on his YouTube channel because he thinks he's a big shot and we bought Fernandes. I don't know. Did I cry last year when you bought all your players? No.
No. Like I said, there is a video. If people do want to hear me rant a little bit about it, there is a video that I did a little bit earlier today, where I have ranted. But it's more of a case of what the hell are we doing, not really like, oh, Spurs are beating us to all this and all that, or we should have bought him. I do say in it, it's better than having nobody.
Yeah,
because there's some, like I said, there's some people out there are like, oh yeah, wonderful. It's like, shut up, man. We've got 2 midfielders. That's all we have.
Big up, Carl. And then CG Prince One says, I love to hear Goldbridge cry. Yeah, he's a Forest fan anyway, as far as we know. As far as we know. I mean, these are proper Man United fans. These are purebred Man United fans, not a fake one that decided to crash in on their name. Anyway, tempers can stray, but attitude and personality must change. Club first, me second. He will have to fight for his place like everyone else. Exactly. Absolutely, exactly. Colin, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it, bud. It's always nice to do a show with you. You bring the balance. You're a bit like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You bring balance to the Force, especially on this channel. But yeah, do you want to plug anywhere? Plug anything before you go?
Yeah. So, hi again. I'm back. So yeah, I'm down at the Man United agenda. That's where I do all my football content. Really, I will be jumping on here from time to time as well. I like just going hi at random points, so you might see me. There is O'Connor Designs as well. I do all the stuff like this. As well. So if you are doing YouTube or starting YouTube and you need some thumbnails, graphics, intros, whatever, just let me know. And I thought I'd show this off, seeing as though I'm on the channel today. You guys have probably seen it, but you can see it in person. Well, not in person, but
yay!
There's
our new merchandise. Yeah, there is our new merchandise. That is the first T-shirt off the press. It is on the front and the back, by the way, as Colin will gladly show. Look, there is. Now, I love the t-shirt. They will be going on sale very soon. I think at €20. I think the hoodies, which Colin is wearing as well, there will be hoodie designs as well. Maybe you can give that a little bit of a turn around as well. I know it's a United Agenda one, but we're going to do it the same design. So there he is on the back, and then the United top tier logo will be on the back. And they will be for 25. There will be a shop put up soon. I am really wanting an Archie Gray one. So I know Colin will be doing
I can sort that.
For me.
That's fine. Because what we can do is, if people have specific ones, maybe we can do it as a community post thing.
Yeah.
You know, put so many players up, and they can vote, and then we go from there.
Yeah, so we will do that. I will put a vote on the community page, which players you would like to see on T-shirts, and maybe we can do them on hoodies as well. I don't know how easy that would be to put the hoodie on the back.
Quite easy.
But we will do that. Yeah, so we will do that. The shop will be going up in the next couple of weeks, Colin?
Yes,
live?
hopefully it'll be live within the next week.
And also, I want a big shout for this man because he's done exceptional work for me this summer. We've got a new intro coming, which I cannot wait to see. I mean, if it's anything like the transfer intro, I'm going to be needing a dark room and tissues because that's what it's already making. It is. I've got so many compliments over the intro. And also music. A lot of people have asked about your music column. The Tottenham music is going to be put together into one thing. And it's going on to your music channel, which you've started as well. So when will they be put up there? And also, where can people download them from? A lot of people are asking download, especially the intro music and the one we do for this one as well. So a bit about that. You might as well plug that as well, buddy.
So yeah, I've started a music channel. It is called, if I can even remember what it's called, because I only started it yesterday. Music for All. There we go. That's what it's called. So it's a YouTube channel where you're going to be able to listen to music for free. I will warn people now, not everything on there is going to be performed by a real person or anything like that. Some of it is AI because it's just so easy to do. Some of the current songs on there now are created through the technology of AI. And they are quite good. It's just so people can chill and listen and stuff. There are ways to download it through YouTube. But the Spurs stuff will be in its own separate little folder, and I'm trying to sort out a way to get them up onto Spotify and all that kind of stuff. So be able to get them from there.
So there will be a dedicated Spotify. Now, we've tried this before and it hasn't gone very far. So there is a few THFC Till We Die Spotify channels. It will be linked in onto the Fan Perspective podcast channel. So that's where we're going. I'll give you the login details for that column so you can put it up there. But there is the link for columns Music for All. Do get us also in the comments below. Get you, he does do requests, so get your request in. Say what songs you would like to hear, even if it's from another club. I'm sure Colin would love doing them for you. But as I said, O'Connell Designs, the link is in the description below. The proud sponsor of THFC Till We Die for this season coming as well. I'm really proud of that. We just put the ink on the contract a couple of hours ago. It was hard talking, tough. He's a tough man to do business with, but we finally got there. But there is his link there for his channel as well on YouTube. Wayne says, subscribe. I'll be looking for some rock, metal, thrash, etc.
Well, the first video that's on there has got 2 rock songs on it. So there you go.
But Colin, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for giving us up to date on all the latest views and what's going around in the football world. I mean, Bobby said it to me a week ago. We're going to be extremely busy, aren't we, this summer?
Yeah, extremely busy. I'm having to put my phone on silent because of how much it's going off with stuff. So I'm getting messages at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm supposed to be asleep.
I can just imagine you getting a message, Tottenham. I can see your partner go, would you turn that fucking phone off?
Yeah. When she has to get up at like 6:30 in the morning because she's going to work, and my phone goes off at 3:30 and it's an update about a transfer, it hits me like, shut it up. Okay, sorry.
Some women would probably think you're having an affair, but you're not.
No,
It's transfers. Seriously, it's transfers. Honestly,
who's his transfers?
Yeah. Where did you meet her then?
Yeah.
Listen, thank you for coming on. Listen, guys, I will be on at 4:45 for the England watch along, so come and join me then. Yes, I'm doing an England watch along. Not by my choice. It's done by the boss. The boss of we all know who the boss of the channel is. She sat me down before the World Cup and she gave me a lecture. She said, "You are doing England watch alongs." Now, I've put it off for the first 3 group stages, but I couldn't get away with it any longer. So, yeah. So, the people that are in the UK that subscribe to this channel, I'm doing one. I'm going to try to be enthusiastic. This is my enthusiasm when England score. Yay.
You know you got to do, don't you?
What? Oh, is that
golf clap? Golf clap.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. There you go. Well done. Well done. There you go.
That's what I do, and I don't even watch it.
No. If Spence scores now, I may get a bit more excited if Spence scores. No way. That is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. I am sorry. Yeah. And also, so Dermot hasn't seen much when he went, oh, piss off.
I'll tell you what, Dermo. I'll make a little thing as a thing from O'Connor Designs to the channel.
Yeah.
If Spence scores tonight,
yeah,
and Harry Kane gets 3 goals,
yeah,
I will do 10 t-shirts for subscribers or whatever on O'Connor Designs.
No, leave the Spence out. Just
Nope.
Harry Kane scores a hat-trick.
No, Spence has to score as well.
Okay,
he's starting, so there's a chance.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's fair enough. You heard it here first. There you go. And big up the column as well. Super. I like the way he's changed his name to Super Carlos. He sounds
Super
like a
Carlos.
Brazilian. Yeah, it sounds like that. But do you remember that goal that Brazilian scored against France back in the 90s?
Yes. It's either Brazilian or Mexican. I can't decide.
It was Roberto Carlos. It was Brazil
against
France. The banana one.
The banana free kick, yeah. Everyone thought we're going wide, and then it just didn't.
That goes beyond logic. How that he must have found the right. I don't get it. Guys, also very quickly, we do have a new channel, Sports Channel TV. There is a new podcast coming on there, an F1 podcast. We're putting it together, so there will be one, I think, after the British Grand Prix, one every week. And then after the British Grand Prix, I will be covering F1 races over there. I don't know how that's going to come out, but I am going to do F1 coverage. So join me for that. We've got, do you know why I tried to be more user-friendly to get my name Carl? It's impossible. Yeah, that's true. And then Giant says, is he a new Marvel superhero? That's super. Yeah, he is. He's taken over.
Carlos.
Super Carlo. Yeah, he's taken over from Mario. On that bombshell, Carlo, thank you so much again. Guys, like and subscribe. See you in 20 minutes. Come on, you Spurs. We're back in Roberto De Zerbi. We trust.